So it is true, Republicans and Democrats are now talking about additional bills, but they're also discussing possibly $4,000 for couples and $3,600 for families. I want to address what's going on here because, again, this is stuff that we are just now starting to see. But if you want to stay up to date on everything that's going on within the U.S. economy and within the U.S. Congress, all you got to do is two things. First off, hit the like button on this video and also click that subscribe button so you never miss an update. But let's get right down to it. So here's what's happening. Later on Friday afternoon, House Republicans, they proposed, different proposals. Some of these proposals has a lot of different, pieces to it, but this is their attempt to cut some taxes, which is going to help businesses and certain individuals, but also their main thing is to reduce spending. Now, we need to talk about this because Republicans are unveiling proposals in a time when lawmakers are just getting past the debt ceiling passing. Okay? Keep that in mind. Because now that the debt ceiling has passed, or it is suspended until January 1st, 2025, what we were all expecting was that lawmakers were going to come out and they were going to start talking about Social Security. That is still part of the plan. However, there's another set of lawmakers in the House of Representatives, and they're mostly Republicans. They are talking about tax cuts. And again, the reason why they're talking about tax cuts at this time is because of the Trump tax cuts that will expire at the exact same time that the debt ceiling expiration happens. That is January 1st, 2025. So just keep that in mind. Now, what is the plan? I know I'm going to get this asked, so many times. I know a lot of people have been asking, what are Republicans trying to do? What are Democrats attempting to do? Well, here's the plan. According to these proposals, the plan is to expand tax breaks, or certain ones, and they also want to eliminate and roll back existing tax credits. For example, for electric vehicles. Republicans feel that these $7,500 tax credit for electric vehicles is not helping. It's actually hurting the American people. It's hurting our economy. And it's a tax credit that the American people don't want. And why would everybody want a $7,500 tax credit just to go purchase an electric vehicle that in the past were $60,000 to $100,000? Now, if you live in California, you could actually get an electric vehicle, a Tesla, for under $25,000. That's actually pretty good, being it's a brand new car. Just think about that for a second. Now, according to this report, the plan is to include these larger tax cuts in the 2025 bill. Again, that's when the Trump tax cuts expire. But Republicans are also looking at other ways to improve our finances as well as the government's. Here's one thing that they're considering. Something that they propose is to give married couples that are filing jointly a $4,000 deduction bonus. And this would actually go into effect, and it would be placed for 2 years. According to this report, it says this would provide relief to more than 105 million families as long as they take the standard deduction. Again, you're probably thinking, well, Republicans aren't proposing Republicans are never going to go for this. They will. And the reason why many Republicans have said they are open to the idea of giving more back to the American people, the issue is we cannot give more back to the American people and continue to spend or overspend in other ways. We just can't do it. We have to make cuts somewhere. Now, they also are talking about increasing the depreciation deduction for businesses. This would actually go from $1 million maximum now to $2.5 million. But again, probably not going to happen in 2024. Definitely isn't going to happen in 2023. The expectation is if this were to pass, it would actually happen in 2025. So we got a little ways to go. Now, these proposals. These are not something that Democrats are 100% against. In fact, Democrats like the idea that Republicans are considering different things, not just tax cuts, not just potentially increases elsewhere, but try to put together a bipartisan bill. Now, here's something that is bipartisan. This is something that many lawmakers have been considering for past couple of years. Reports are indicating that Democrats are planning on some amendments in all these bills, and this is why this is actually good news. Democrats plan to provide some amendments to different parts because they want to make certain things permanent, not just a temporary fix, a small-time solution. One of the proposals that they are planning is to expand the child tax credit payments. They want to make this a permanent expansion, not something that's just going to happen for a couple of years, but something that would go on for the next 5 to 10 years. Something that would actually help out the American people. This is why they are saying that there's a possibility for $4,000 for couples and also $3,600 for families because of that child tax credit payment. So think about that for a second. Think about if you are a couple, okay, you and your spouse, and you have, let's say, one child. That's actually pretty big because now you're getting a depreciation bonus for 2 years of up to $4,000. Plus, you get $3,600 if you have a child between the ages of 0 and 5. That's pretty good. So $4,000, $3,600, you got $7,600 in additional money that's coming back to you. I don't know. I just think this is interesting that they're now talking about new bills and they're proposing these when we just got done discussing the debt ceiling bill, the Fiscal Responsibility Act. But again, I bring this up because, and I've told you this, expect bills to start coming out, just start pouring out. The reason for this is because we are still, 14, 15 months away from the presidential election of 2024. Guess what? It's not just the president that's up for re-election. It's also many people in the Senate, people in the House of Representatives. These are people that are up for re-election, and they want to try to win back their seat. And in order for them to win back their seat, they have to give in to their constituents. So there's a good chance that some of these things, like a $4,000 depreciation bonus for couples, or the $3,600 child tax credit payments, there's a good chance these get passed and come back simply because lawmakers have to do something to provide for their constituents. Because I can guarantee over the past 6 months, all constituents, whether you're from a Republican Party or the Democratic Party, you're probably a little bit upset that your senator, your representative from your state, has not done exactly what they promised. So that's what I thought was interesting. I just want to provide you with that quick little update because I know a lot of people are questioning what's coming. Well, this could potentially be something that is coming, but again, we just don't know. But that's why I try to keep you up to date on all the latest news, whether it's good news or bad news, and in this case, it is good news because this means we are now open for discussions. Doesn't mean they're going to agree, but they're open to discuss new proposals and new legislation. So, as we get more information as to what is going on here and how this is going to protect or potentially impact you and your wallet, I promise I will give you all the latest news and updates. All you gotta do is click that subscribe button and never miss an update. But again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.